Good morning, YouTube family. Wait, actually, hold on. I'll be right back. And just like that, new person, fresh haircut, dressed for the day. Alright, and we're ready to tackle the day. So as you saw and can tell by the title, today will be a carnivore full day of eating. I'm excited to take you through it. I'm here in the kitchen. I haven't had anything to eat since 7:30 last night. It is Thursday morning at 10:54, so just about 11 o'clock. We're about 16 hours into a fast. I have no appetite whatsoever. I ate 16 ounces of 8812 ground beef last night for dinner when I got home, again around 7:30, with probably a half or 3/4 of a tablespoon of pink Himalayan salt on there as well. And then we had some friends over for tacos with the rest of the ground beef, hung out in the pool, enjoyed the evening till about 9 o'clock when it was time to put the kids down, and I just don't have an appetite even with all that exercise last night. Maybe because a pound of meat to end the day was perfect, just what my body needed. So I'll eat when I'm hungry. I have decided, however, that my first meal is going to be 2 cups of bone broth with 4 whole eggs, and we're going to basically make egg drop soup out of that. So we're gonna boil some bone broth on the stove and drop some eggs in until they cook with a nice soft runny yolk on the inside, and that will be meal number 1. When it comes time, I'll take you along and show you how I do it when I get hungry. So having said that, one unfortunate thing that happened since the last time I checked in with you guys is my coffee pot stopped brewing coffee. So I've been having to make coffee with a French press for the last, I don't know, 5 days or so. Not the most convenient, but definitely the most rewarding. French press is the way to go, and honestly, I feel like it tastes a little bit better as well. Again, I don't know if that's because I'm letting it brew longer, sit longer, if it's because I find pleasure in making it myself, so there's a placebo effect. Who knows? But if you use French press a lot, or have any more tips about making coffee, please let me know in the comments below. Alright, so the time has come. I'm getting hungry. Time for some egg drop soup and probably some ground beef too. So I have a measuring cup. Gonna measure out 2 cups to the very, very top with some organic bone broth, which I'm not always the biggest fan of this bone broth because it doesn't have a ton of sodium in it. I mean, 10 or 90 milligrams, not a lot. And potassium, 158 milligrams, also not a lot. So I'll show you how we remedy that. But anyways, let's fill this up to 16 ounces. Assuming I have 16 ounces here. Okay. My pan. Turn it on high. We're just going to dump this in. Let that sit for a little bit and come to a boil. Okay, I've decided I'm going to add some of my 8812 ground beef from last night to this as well. So I have my scale out. And this is gonna go quick because the bone broth is starting to come to a boil for the eggs. Turn the scale on, and we are going to scoop out, guys over here. Scoop out. I think I'm gonna shoot for 4 to 6 ounces. We'll see. 1. 3. Take that off the heat. There's 4 ounces of ground beef. So I'm just going to leave the ground beef in the bowl, and after the egg drop soup is ready, I will just pour that over the ground beef to warm it up. No need to heat it up separately. So let me get these eggs in. Okay, so I turned the heat way down just to let the eggs start cooking. Got the eggs in the pan, 4 whole eggs, organic, free range. And then I just take a fork and kind of whisk this around, let them cook without sticking to the bottom of the pan. Try to keep the yolks intact as well, do it softly. I prefer them intact, nice and soft, and runny, especially now that I'm adding ground beef to the mix. When yolk over red meat is just amazing. If you haven't tried it and you're doing carnivore, cook your eggs with runny yolks from now on, and let that, if you're missing things like sauces and condiments, hot sauce, whatever it might be, cook your eggs in a pan or however you want to with like over easy or with a runny yolk. That way you can break them over your red meat and use that as your condiment. It is amazing, especially if you're not adding a bunch of butter to it. The yolks give it a nice texture, and again, can replace yolks and some salt can replace any sauce on the carnivore diet. Alright, so final product: 4 eggs, 4 ounces of ground beef, 2 cups of bone broth, and last but not least, I'm going to salt to taste. Again, that bone broth doesn't have a ton of sodium, unfortunately, but that's okay. We have some pink Himalayan salt here, and I'm just going to, I enjoy salt. I'm physically active a lot. I feel like I need a lot of it. So one other hack, no, this might not be paleo, carnivore, or anything like that, but this no salt is straight potassium chloride. So in the absence of things like avocados now and other foods that might be high in potassium coming from the ketogenic diet, I slip that in on my foods too when I feel like I need some potassium, and I do add it to my water that I sip on throughout the day as well. So that could be another thing to help you with cramping or lethargy, fatigue on the carnivore diet. Alright, last but not least for lunch is going to be my fish oil supplement. Don't pay any mind to that. The real butter is also over there. So I'm going to take 2 of these fish oil pills to help support my omega-3, get my DHA and EPA in. Can never have too much of it, that's for sure. And I have kind of been craving salmon lately, although I haven't had any. So I'll have to make a grocery store run here over the next couple days and grab some more salmon, lamb, and red meat. All right, everybody, heading to the gym. First though, a friend of mine who I've been playing soccer with since I was like 6, I'm almost 34 now, so I've known him the better part of 26, 27 years. His oldest son is a teenager, 13, and wants to, it's the off season right now in soccer. He plays for the Tampa Bay Rowdies Development Academies, so needless to say, he's really good at the game he plays, and he's wanting to add a little weight and get a little stronger in the gym this summer. So my buddy Kyle asked that if I could work out with him at his house. But instead of doing that, Planet Fitness is offering free memberships for teenagers during the summers. So I am going to go pick him up, bring him to the gym with me, sign him up. He's 13. Perfect age to start lifting weights, and get him acclimated to some of the stuff I do, some of the things he can do at his house with his gym equipment, and so on and so forth. So that's where we're going. Pick him up, run an errand, get to the gym, and I'll check in with you guys after our workout. All right, so after the workout, I dropped my buddy's son off, Brandon, back at his house. Actually ran into Publix, picked up some food for him. He wanted a salad, so I grabbed him a salad. Carnivores don't eat salad. But I'm about home. I'll show you what I got. Also, look at this nice little trip my wife sent me on. Yes, sitting on my back seat is this huge bookshelf and end table digging into my leather. So I'm gonna rush in the house, in the garage, get this out of my car, and I will show you what I grabbed to last me the next few days on my carnivore journey. All right, made it home. Grocery haul. 36 free-range eggs. A crazy child. 2 lamb chops. 2 packages of organic pork chops. Some eye-round steaks. None of this is in great lighting. And then 4 New York strips. Wild-caught salmon. 2 fillets. And then for the first time ever, dun dun dun, the only beef liver I could find was in the frozen section. I don't know if it's always kept frozen or not, but that was the only place I could find it. I asked the meat department for fresh liver. They only had chicken liver. I wanted beef liver to give it a try, so I bought it. Relatively cheap. 4 individually wrapped 4-ounce sections, so 1 pound total, only like $3. So maybe that's because nobody likes it. We'll find out soon enough. But that's the carnivore grocery haul to last the next few days. We're gonna make some dinner. It's getting late. Finally home, 6:15. So I'll see you when it's time to eat. Sneaky little one over there. Carnivore bowl for dinner. 6 ounces of steak, 5.5 ounces of ground beef, 3 ounces of chicken with some melted butter on it. And this one, standing up, is eating straight steak for dinner. Alright, had dinner, on to dessert. I'm gonna have 4 eggs and another 4.5 ounces of chicken for dessert. Got them cooking right there. And some chicken. That's what we'll call dessert for today. Alright, so that was day 18, episode 4 of the carnivore challenge, carnivore journey, full day of eating. So let me know what you think. Keep up to date with my progress and macros, tracking, physique updates, that sort of thing on my Instagram at Jordan Magrini. I'll put the link in the description below. We're gonna get the girls wrapped up for bed, and I will see you all in the next vlog.